On this toy spot, we're going to be having a look at Batman Brave and the Bold Batman. Now, these Batman figures have been out for a while, more predominantly in the States. Unfortunately, Canada really hasn't seen much of these guys. Only now have they really started releasing these. I think I got this guy at the Zellers. Is there even a? Do you guys have Zellers in the United States? I know we've got Zellers, and this is where I found this guy. Been waiting a while to finally get my hands on one of the Brave and the Bold figures. I have to say, at least from first glance here, the figure looks really nice. I mean, the packaging stands out really well. Stands out especially well on the black background here. We get a picture of Batman up at the top left-hand corner. We get Batman in the right. Nice red background, and then we've got the yellow transitioning into the red. And we've got the Batman symbol up at the top there. Now, there were a couple of different Batmans. There was Batman with, I think, a utility belt, sash, and it had all batarangs on it. And then there was a medieval Batman. I really wanted to get just a basic Batman for the first Brave and the Bold figure. They also had Aquaman there, too. And I didn't pick him up. I kind of wish I did. But if the figure is as interesting as it looks now out of the package, I might end up going back and picking him up. On the back of the packaging, however, the other characters in the wave, I believe that's a Bat Scuba tank, kind of Bat tank. I did see that there as well. There is it's a different Batman. I thought it was the same Batman. There is the new Blue Beetle. And then there's this weird Batman silver armor thing, and he comes with an alien. Kind of looks like a frog. I don't know. I guess it's an alien. I have watched the cartoon quite often, and I do like the cartoon quite a bit. I don't remember ever seeing this alien, so it must have been made up for the toy line. But collect them all. So there you go. There's packaging aside on the figure. What I'm going to do is I'll open up the Batman here, and we will get a closer look at, well, Batman. This Batman seems to share a similar design to the Batman figures. You probably guys have seen several reviews of the Batman figures I've done. I find the legs, especially from the waist down, the legs share that same kind of design. And I gotta say, I do like the face quite a lot. The detailing on the face is quite nice. It's very reminiscent of not only the Brave and the Bold cartoon, which looks a lot like the Batman from that cartoon, but reminds me a lot like the older Superpowers figures and the old Super Friends. When I was younger, I had a Super Friends Light Bright. Does anyone remember what a Light Bright is? But I had a Super Friends Light Bright, and on the cover there was a Batman, and it looked exactly like this. So this kind of brings back memories to me. The figure is nice. I mean, there's articulation in the head, there's articulation in the shoulders, in the elbows. There's also articulation in the legs. I thought there was some in the waist, but I guess not. My leg is a little loose on this Batman. And there's also pegs on the bottom. Not sure the reason why yet. Maybe eventually they'll get something that these guys will stand on. What is also interesting is the fact that they've given him a cloth cape. So often we're usually getting the rubber capes with the DC Universe figures. So it is interesting to see a cloth cape. You don't see too many of these anymore. One other thing nice as well, and the reason why I don't usually like cloth as much, is the fact that on the figure it looks separate, like it doesn't look like it's part of the same figure. Usually the coloring is a little off. I have to give them credit though that the fabric color is almost exactly the same as the cowl color. So that's nice. Where I have a slight problem with the figure is the addition of these peg holes. Those peg holes carry over into the legs. I guess they carry over in the feet, even though I'm sure they don't use They're not used for that purpose. The reason why they have these peg holes is because all of the Batman characters are now coming with weapons. And there's peg holes on the weapons, which will allow you to put the weapon anywhere you want on the figure. So I mean, you could put it in the arm. You could put, if you want to give Batman some badass battering ram shoulder cannon, you can do that. You can also give it on his leg, put it on his leg, but I won't do that because that's silly. I mean, it's alright. The batarang doesn't do anything, like it doesn't push in or anything like that. It's just a piece of plastic. And then you've got the old bat face on the front here from the old... Almost reminds me of the old Batmobile when it had the bat face on the front. But the figure isn't too bad. It's very reminiscent of the old Centurion cartoon, where the figures and in the cartoon they had parts that snapped onto them and gave them armor and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of that. The figure is nice. I haven't warmed up yet to these peg holes. I might. I mean, I might maybe stay with the line and pick up a couple more just to get an overall opinion of it. But overall, the figure isn't bad. The coloring is nice, and the face is quite nice. But I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I've got mixed opinions of it, but I think I'll get a couple more of these just to give it a chance, because I do like the look of the figure. But there you have a toy spot on the new Brave and the Bold Batman. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.